50 degrees, 23, gusting 39 knots, runway 32, clear to land.
In God's own county is God's own airport.
Hola, buenos dias. Just kidding, mate, you'll be all right.
It is on top of a hill. The runway points the wrong direction. Leeds is not your average airport.
Leeds Bradford may not be the UK's biggest airport, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in ambition.
People in Yorkshire are very loyal, and what we've got to do is give them an airport that they're proud of.
And aims to bring an extra 500,000 new passengers through the doors this year.
Let's come straight forward to tag bags. Chaos.
The next 12 months are critical. As Leeds Bradford will have to rely on over 2,000 of Yorkshire's finest
Proper drama here, couldn't there?
to keep the passengers happy
Emergency phones ringing. No, I'll talk to the board.
and the planes flying, to make it the #1 airport in the north.
Send it on and off. That's what we're basically doing now. Send it on and off.
I haven't hit any passengers just yet, but you never know with my driving.
This is the small airport with big dreams. Welcome to Yorkshire Airport. It's the height of the summer holiday season, one of the busiest periods in Leeds Bradford's year.
First class service.
Offering more than 33,000 scheduled flights to over 70 destinations, keeping up with passenger demands is vital. Which means the airport has had a multi-million-pound facelift.
There we go. This is Yorkshire. That's the one, yeah.
A brand new logo, luxury lounges, bar areas and cafes.
Do you want me to give you a quick look?
Phil, head of corporate affairs at the airport and self-confessed coffee fan,
Very nice.
is preparing for the grand opening of a big-name brand, Yorkshire style.
Can you make them look bigger on television? Best we can get in an airport, right?
Yes.
The aim of the airport's makeover is to attract more customers. And in the boardroom, Chief Exec and former football referee David Laws is kicking off some big plans to make Leeds Bradford the fastest growing airport in the UK.
Done phase 1. By the time we finish phase 3, it'll be a class act. This will show the whole of Yorkshire that we're serious. Right, we're done. No pressure, guys.
The pressure is always on for staff at Leeds Bradford. On a busy day, as many as 10,000 people will check in at one of the 39 desks.
Thank you.
And today that includes passengers on 3 special charter planes heading to the famous healing town of Lourdes in the south of France. Many of the passengers will need special assistance, and the man in charge of the whole operation is Dan.
It's a massive event. We need to get everybody onto the plane. We're expecting to use about 60 to 70 airport wheelchairs just on this one flight.
Just bought 20 of these brand new wheelchairs with the big wheels, so customers can actually borrow them. They can self-propel themselves through, so they don't need an assistant to push them through. Very difficult with the small wheels. Oh, got a runaway wheelchair there. Stop that now.
Dan's nerves and brand new fleet of wheelchairs are about to be put to the test.
I had my Weetabix this morning. I had 3, so get the energy up. I do hope that the Lords will be with us today.
And a little divine intervention wouldn't go amiss. At the top of Dan's passenger list is the man in charge of the whole archdiocese, the Bishop of Leeds.
Morning, Philip.
Hi there, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good morning, how are you well? Did you manage to get here okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Good.
Good morning. How you doing?
And you packed your bag yourself today, so no sharp or dangerous items?
No. Not unless you think a mitre is a dangerous item, but anyway. Okay.
With his mitre cleared check-in, the Bishop now needs to find his way safely through security, ready for the lunchtime flight to Lourdes. It's a big day for the airport. Over the last 12 months, Leeds Bradford has gone through a huge refurbishment, and it's about to be unveiled by Transport Secretary Chris Grayling. And it's down to the head of corporate affairs, Phil, to oversee the finishing touches.
Made the place look spick and span. The one thing I'm going to test is that this actually works.
Smooth, just exactly what you need. Perfect. Perfect round of applause for a job well done.
The pressure is firmly on Phil to impress. If the minister isn't won over by the refurbishment,
Very pretty.
securing more cash for future developments will be difficult. Back at check-in, seasoned passenger services team leader Richard is dealing with a traveller in need of some special attention.
KL 1542 to Amsterdam, we've got a dog checking in. A little chihuahua by the looks of it. So we've just got to go through all the procedures to make sure it's safe to travel. And we need to identify whether it's going into the hold or whether it's going in the cabin with the passenger.
Unlike some airlines, KLM fly their passengers' prize pets in the cabin, as long as they weigh less than 8 kilograms. But there's a fee, depending on the destination and size of the animal.
So it is coming up with a charge of £48. Is that okay? Are we going to pay by cash or card?
By card.
Card, yeah.
Oh. Look how it's sad. It's quite like...
How posh. Oh, he's lovely. Is he friendly? I'll steal him.
This canine is just one of hundreds of jet-setting pets welcomed by the airport every year. But before Mia can clear check-in, his vaccination papers need to be checked by airport security.
Do you have the dog's passport there?
Yeah, I do.
The dog has its own passport, but there's generally no photo with inside of that.
Mia may have paid for a place in the cabin, but his future on this flight hangs in the balance. If his microchip ID doesn't match his passport, he won't be allowed to fly.
It's not reading it. Is it normally just in between there? Is it? Yeah. Come on, where are you?
But finding the chip is proving to be a problem.
Oh, got it.
And it's good news for this pooch. With all his paperwork in order, Mia can now make his way to the gate.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you for your time.
Meanwhile, outside on the tarmac, the third and final flight of the day to Lourdes is giving baggage handler Scott a challenge. He's got just 30 minutes to load 18 wheelchairs.
The wheelchairs are a lot trickier to get on because they're an awkward shape. Some of them are very tall, you can't get through the door, you've got to collapse them, some of you have to take the handles off. It's getting it through the door.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Let's try and get it in.
Failure to load any of the wheelchairs could result in the flight being delayed, with passengers unable to travel and having to disembark the plane. While Scott struggles, inside the terminal, the priest who organised the pilgrimage has got another problem. A final count reveals 10 of his pilgrims haven't turned up to check-in.
It's a bit tight, but there's always something unexpected going on. Pilgrims getting lost, going on a wander. They'll be here, please God, any minute.
With 20 minutes to go until the check-in closes, it's time for this priest to start saying his prayers.
Yeah, there's a bit of space on there, so that's fine, yeah. So.
But with boarding for Lourdes already well underway, things aren't going smoothly for Special Assistance Manager Dan.
PRM down to Jed.
At the last count, one very important passenger hasn't arrived at the gate.
I believe we've got the bishop missing now, so we need to ensure he gets on the plane. It could be duty-free, it could be in the Starbucks having a frappe or something like that. You never know.
The pilgrimage can't get off the ground without the bishop, and the whole team is dispatched to scour the departure lounge to reunite the missing shepherd with his flock.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a last and final boarding call for flight
ENT 541 to Lourdes. Please can we have the Bishop of Leeds
to the gate number 2 for boarding. Thank you.
Mid-morning at Yorkshire's airport, the peak time for departures, and an army of staff are working against the clock to get hundreds of planes away on time. The final flight to Lourdes must depart within the hour, and this priest is waiting anxiously for his remaining pilgrims.
It's a bit tight, but as you can see, the aisles are empty, so we're ready to go to receive them. So we'll just wait and see how we get on with them when they arrive.
If his parishioners don't turn up now, they risk missing the flight and the entire trip.
You thought you decided to go somewhere better. Yeah, you said so many Hail Marys to get here on time.
Hello.
I'm really sorry that we're so late. Wrong worked hard.
Listen, don't worry, right? You're here. Right. We're here at last, aren't we?
Oh, yes, definitely. We thought we'd never get here.
We're nearly there now. There's no waiting. We'll get straight on board.
But now they have less than 15 minutes to get everyone to the plane, so it can leave on schedule.
Fast track.
Thank you.
Fast track, Lorraine.
Over at Gate 9,
Hi, it's on the me. We just check a booking reference on the Ryanair.
check-in supervisor Chloe is dealing with some very important cargo of her own.
Is there anything about an extra seat item for a guitar? Nothing. So the passenger in the queue has a guitar. It's too big to go into the cabin, so it has to go into the hold. But passengers who bring like musical instruments, they're not so keen on parting from them.
Each airline will have a different policy regarding the size and shape of luggage that passengers can store in the overhead compartment, and a large instrument may need an extra seat of its own.
The guitar, I'm really sorry to tell you, I've asked, it can't go in the cabin, it's too big.
If this goes in the hold, it will be damaged. It's my livelihood.
I know,
so
that's why you need to book an extra seat item, guys.
I know, but I took it in the cabin on the way over.
So. And that's at the crew's discretion. They've done that to help you out, so, you know, they should have charged you and put it into the hold. They've charged you and let you take it in the cabin as a favour to you guys. I'll try my best.
The guitar's worth about €1,600. I've recorded albums with it. I do gigs with it. It's my full-time job. I tour with it. So I can't risk it going in hold.
If a flight isn't fully booked, some airlines will accommodate musical instruments in the cabin, and Chloe is using her Yorkshire charm to ensure that her passenger's antique guitar doesn't end up in the hold.
Hiya. Quick question. Got a passenger with a guitar. On his way over, he brought it in the cabin. He's not paid for an extra seat item. He said he can't travel if it's got to go into the hold, so I thought I would ask.
With a decision of this importance, the crew must refer to the captain.
If we have room in the cabin, I'm happy.
Okay.
Are you happy with that? I'm happy with that if you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, guys.
Chloe's optimistic the guitar will be able to travel in the cabin, but with an hour until takeoff, there's still time for any spare seats to be filled. Meanwhile, one of the passengers on board this Airbus A320 is Chris Grayling, the man in charge of transport for the whole of the UK. He's landing in Leeds for the official opening of the revamped departure lounge.
Well, we're just waiting for the main man now. Waiting for him to get off the aircraft.
It's an anxious wait for Head of Corporate Affairs Phil. Winning the confidence of the Transport Minister could lead to further investment and expansion, and he can't afford to let anything distract him. Not even a call from his fiancée to discuss his wedding in 3 days' time.
Hello? Yeah, speaking. Hi, yeah, you okay? I can, but I'll just have to call you back in about 15 minutes because we're just about to greet the Secretary of State now. Okay, no problem. Cheers, bye now.
A visit from a government minister places the airport firmly on the global map and is crucial to its future.
Secretary of State, how are you? Good to see you. How are you? This is our Operations Director, Simon Whitby. We'll head in and get the passes and we'll get started straight away, yeah?
So with just 1 hour to impress, Phil puts his wedding planning on hold.
The other thing is I get married on Saturday as well, so I haven't got enough to get. But fortunately, I just let my fiancée deal with all that. She tried to ring me this morning to tell me something about the flowers, and I said, look, I'm afraid I'm dealing with the government.
Butchers and heavy snowfall of winter 2017 led to costly delays and cancellations the airport want to avoid in the future.
So just so you all know, this is all the brand new snow equipment that we've just bought, over £1 million worth of investment. So if we get another beast from the east and things like that, hopefully we'll be able to keep it open.
That's very neat. That's absolutely, isn't it?
It's going well so far. It's fantastic to have all these media here as well, and people showing interest. And again, this is just showing to them that this airport is trying to change. Do you want us to ask for a photo opportunity there with them, or do you want to put them in there?
Satisfied that the refurbishments are rating highly with the Transport Minister, Phil can now focus on more important things, making sure the curtain opens on cue.
The cord is on the right-hand side, so we'll put you on that side. So we'll come through, I'll just get everyone's attention. I'll straight away hand over to yourself, say a few words, into your Secretary of State, unveil it, and off we go and we'll do the interviews, yeah? Brilliant, right, we'll come in.
It's really exciting to see what you're doing. I congratulate you on progress so far. And so it's a great pleasure for me to formally open these new facilities and to wish Leeds Bradford Airport, Yorkshire's airport, all the very best for the future.
The first phase of the airport's multi-million-pound makeover is now officially open for business.
It's fantastic that the Secretary of State pulled me to one side at the end and said what a fantastic visit he's had, because this visit was crucial to the future of this airport. He's bought into the investment and the changes we want to make.
This way again?
But there's no rest for Phil. Next up is another ceremony, but this time of a more romantic kind.
I've now got to go back and get ready for a wedding rehearsal, but I'm sure I'll just about have enough energy to walk down the aisle on Saturday. Plus, I think I've lost a bit of weight today as well, all that running around I've done.
Leeds Bradford's success depends on getting planes into the air on time. And at Gate 9, check-in supervisor Chloe is under pressure to get the Ryanair flight to Dublin away at exactly 17:35. But the final passenger to board has an oversized and very delicate piece of hand luggage.
My colleague will just take it here for you.
Even though Ryanair's rules clearly state that an extra seat must be booked for items too fragile for the hold, Chloe's passenger is insisting his guitar travel in the cabin.
No. Say no. It's a no now.
Go in the hold room, put it in last, and you can pick it up at the other side and at the hold then as well.
I think he's going to offload.
Okay.
It's quite precious. I'll speak to him, see what he says. Yeah, no probs.
Put him in one of the seats and put a belt over it. Yeah.
He said no. Sorry, guys.
It's bad news for this passenger.
Guys, I can't. I'm not allowed. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But...
Today, the crew are sticking to the rules, and he must now make a decision about putting his precious guitar in the hold.
I'm really sorry to push it. I'm really sorry. Do you want to travel? I can do my best. I can watch and put it on, and I can make sure that they'll let them know when they get to Dublin that it's important.
Yeah, well, absolutely, yeah. Otherwise we have to go and get a ferry or go and buy a hard case, then buy more flights.
Guys, leave it here, I'll tag it. He said he will make sure they know it's a VIP item when they get there. I'll take it now, but he's got to go.
Take your word for it, yeah.
Fortunately, this guitar has got Chloe's extra special attention.
I'm just going to wait till they close the doors, make sure it's netted up so nothing falls on it.
Finally, the guitar is loaded and the flight can go.
I'm actually praying for this passenger now, but that's the last one for me for the day, so it's going to be a nervous 25 minutes for them, but...
Despite spending the 1-hour trip in the hold with 170 other pieces of luggage, the passenger's antique guitar made it to Dublin in perfect condition. Boarding is well underway for the final flight of the day to the popular pilgrimage destination of Lourdes.
The wait's finally over, you can get on the plane now.
And Special Assistance Manager Dan has already safely escorted over 700 passengers to the departure gate. But there's one who's giving him cause for concern.
I can't see the bishop in the gate at the moment, so I'm getting quite concerned because that bishop has to get on that plane.
With just 30 minutes until takeoff,
Have you seen the bishop? We've lost the bishop. He's the boss of the pilgrimage.
all Dan can do now is another lap of the terminal.
You haven't seen the bishop, have you? We've lost the bishop. No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
With the flight now 10 minutes late and one passenger still missing, Dan must make a decision about leaving without the bishop on board.
Are you the Bishop?
Yes.
Fantastic. We've been panicking. We haven't seen you on the plane, so you've been waiting till last. Yeah, I'm Dan from the airport. Please.
I always make sure everyone else gets on
You're
first.
keeping up the back, yeah. We thought you might have just popped off and had a cup of coffee or a burger from Burger King. So no.
With the Bishop finally boarding, it's mission accomplished for the team.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we're all on.
But on the ground, time is running out, and Scott is struggling to load the final wheelchair.
The footrest collapsed.
So we've got a wheelchair that's just a little bit too big to actually go in the hold. I'm just going to go down and see if we can lend a hand. So I've seen lots of wheelchairs over the years.
With all the passengers strapped in, Dan needs to solve this loading issue fast. Footrests removed, and it's ready to load.
See? That was easy, wasn't it?
When you know how.
Yeah.
He's obviously done it before.
The wheelchair guys knew what they were doing. We didn't know what we were doing.
Good effort, lad. Good effort, lad.
We got them in. We got them in.
After saving the day for the luggage lads, Dan can now clear this plane for takeoff and bring his 12-hour shift to a close.
One final word to the Bishop. I'm going for a cup of tea.
Alan Titchmarsh and the team are back next Tuesday night working their magic for more amazing people in the brand new series of Love Your Garden at 8. And we have a brand new series starting next here on ITV when we take to the skies with the RAF recruits in Fighter Pilot, the real Top Gun, in just a few minutes.